From Angelina Jolie battling an eating disorder to Jennette McCurdy's harrowing experience as a child star, here are some of the most heartbreaking confessions by celebrities. Starting off with Amanda Seyfried admitting to getting panic attacks because of fame. Seyfried might have been in the acting biz for a good portion of her life, but she's still dealing with crazy pressures of being a superstar. She spilled the tea to Willie Geist on the Today Show, saying that her anxiety is so intense that it feels like a matter of life or death. Yikes.
You seem so comfortable wherever you are, doing what you do, so easy in your own skin, but you've had this sort of long struggle with anxiety, haven't you?
Yeah, it feels like life or death.
According to Seyfried, when you have a panic attack, it's like your body is ready to fight or run away like a scaredy cat. But afterward, you get this crazy rush of endorphins and feel like you just survived a wild roller coaster ride. It's freaky because it messes with your head, but it's also kind of cool because your body just knows what to do. Now, this next confession is from a child star that many of us grew up with. I'm talking about Jennette McCurdy. The actress from iCarly and Sam and Cat recently wrote a book called I'm Glad My Mom Died. In it, she spills the tea about her experiences in the entertainment industry, including some pretty shocking stuff. For instance, after Sam and Cat was canceled, Nickelodeon offered Jennette $300,000 to keep quiet about what she went through on their shows. But instead of taking the money and running, she spoke out about the creepy, inappropriate behavior she faced as a young actress. Jennette talks about being sexualized when she was way too young, getting pressured to drink alcohol by some sketchy producer, and dealing with emotional abuse on set.
I don't understand the fascination with it. I wish that wasn't the case. I think it perpetuates whoever's experiencing probably some real mental health struggles. It makes it worse for them. I wish that society didn't do that to people. It bothers me so much.
In her book, she asks some really important questions, like whether networks that produce shows for kids should have higher standards when it comes to treating their young stars with respect. It takes gut to speak up like Jennette did, and hopefully her book will inspire others to do the same. The entertainment industry needs to do better, that's for sure. But Jennette's not the only child star who experienced the dark side of stardom. Daniel Radcliffe did too. Daniel Radcliffe was just a little kid when he first graced our screens as the boy who lived. But over the years, he grew up right before our eyes, and it's insane that we didn't even notice it was happening. It wasn't until a few years back, when Daniel opened up about his struggles with alcohol, that we realized he wasn't that innocent kid anymore. He admitted that he had developed a drinking problem while trying to keep up with the wild lifestyle of a celeb. It was a shock to all of us who had watched him grow up on the big screen. But it just goes to show that even the most magical of actors can struggle with the pressures of fame. Now, this next celebrity went through a lot in the past couple of years, so we have to talk about Selena Gomez and her battle with mental health. Selena's been really open about her own struggles over the years. She first sought treatment in 2014 when she was diagnosed with lupus. Since then, she's been to various voluntary programs to manage anxiety, panic attacks, and depression. In January of 2018, just 9 months after completing treatment, she was back at it, seeking open-ended mental health treatment. And in April of 2020, the Getaway star revealed that she'd been diagnosed with bipolar disorder. "It doesn't scare me once I know it," she told Miley Cyrus in an episode of the latter's Bright-Minded Instagram series. Selena has also used her platform to raise awareness about mental health. She produced the Netflix series 13 Reasons Why from 2017 to 2020, which brought up serious issues that contemporary teens and young adults face. "This is happening every day," she said in a 2017 interview. "Whether or not you wanted to see it, that's what's happening." The content is complicated. It's dark, and it has moments that are honestly very hard to swallow. And I understood that we were doing something that is difficult. During the COVID-19 pandemic, Selena continued to speak out about the importance of checking in with your emotions. In October of 2020, she hosted an Instagram Live with Dr. Vivek Murthy, President Joe Biden's Surgeon General, to discuss the feelings of loneliness she was experiencing while in lockdown. Murthy explained that Selena's story was a great example of why it's important to share how you're feeling. He talked about how if you recognize that almost everyone struggles in some way, you'll recognize that there are many ways to reach out. But you know it's even more powerful than confessing something out loud? Singing it in a song. That's exactly what Kelly Rowland did in 2013 with her track Dirty Laundry. In the song, she spilled all the tea about her personal life, including the shocking revelation that she suffered from domestic abuse at at the hands of her ex, Kelly didn't hold back and sang about the emotional and physical abuse she endured, with lyrics like "he was putting his hands on me" and "don't nobody love you but me, not your mama, not your daddy, especially not B." To make matters worse, she also revealed that her former Destiny's Child bandmate Beyonce had no idea about her struggles, which is what caused a rift between them. It's like Kelly was carrying the weight of the world on her shoulders while Beyonce was living her superstar life completely unaware. This reminds me of another celebrity who'd been letting a major secret eat her alive for years. Yep, I'm talking about none other than Caitlyn Jenner. Alright, so we all remember when Bruce Jenner, the Kardashian-Jenner patriarch and former athlete, made headlines by coming out as a woman during an interview with Diane Sawyer back in 2015, right? Well, it turns out rumors had been flying around for a while before Bruce finally revealed his confession. He revealed to Diane that he was in the process of transitioning and was soon to become the fabulous Caitlyn Jenner. And boy did she make a grand entrance, introducing herself to the world on Twitter and gracing the cover of Vanity Fair as the glamorous Caitlyn. She even starred in her own reality show, I Am Kate, where we got to see her tackle the challenges of being a transgender woman. In her Vanity Fair interview, Caitlyn talked about finally feeling a sense of relief after coming out, saying she had been feeling totally empty inside before. Now, this iconic singer recently made a comeback and opened up about the struggles of raising children after a messed up childhood. It's Pink. Despite her tough exterior, the singer admitted in a recent interview with Zane Lowe that having her two kids, Willow and Jameson, has been a game changer. She grew up with a screwed family and felt super lonely before her little ones came along. But now she's all about being affectionate and cuddly with her kids. She used to love writing and performing music, but now cuddling and camping with her babies is one of the coolest things I'll ever do.
I have very sensitive children, and I was not raised that way. I was raised with a military family and a dad that was abused terribly. And it's a different generation, too. We didn't talk about our feelings. My kids don't need that.
She even makes her own wine. Pink has had a tough road, with a rocky childhood that included her parents' divorce, drugs, and arrests as a teenager. But now she feels like being a mom has given her a new perspective on life. She even remembers an industry executive telling her that having kids would ruin her career. But she thinks it's actually the opposite. Having kids has, quote, softened me to the world, she says. Okay, so this next celebrity is one of the most beautiful women in the world, but she recently confessed to battling an eating disorder. Angelina Jolie really broke my heart with what she revealed. I mean, she's been dealing with some serious body image issues for as long as we can remember. The press has always been on her case about her weight, claiming that she's too thin, and even resorting to wild stories about her getting surgeries to achieve it. Well, fast forward to 2021, and the award-winning actress finally decided to take her health seriously by checking into a hospital for her eating disorder. According to insiders, her eating habits have been a major concern for quite some time. It turns out that Angelina has struggled with anorexia since her teenage years, and even went to rehab not too long ago to deal with eating problems brought on by anxiety. And that is all for the most heartbreaking celebrity confessions.